Yenina didn't come. Then we play put a closer attention to how some of these teams might perform at this stage of the season. Very crucial for any other team who is involved in the UEFA Champions League, especially so combining two particular competitions. In the quest of these particular teams fighting for the UEFA Champions League, Benfica were into two competitions. Obekasa about Omu League. Then no about the UEFA Champions League. Inter Milan were into two competitions. In terms of the league, in the Crampo Beckham 3. Because they will need to win their games. Said they will make to the top of the UEFA Champions League next season. Then Omu Coppa Italia. Who about the second leg against the team Juventus? Either to play in the final and now someone to in the final and be determined by next week what is going to happen. Then quickly, no about the team Manchester City baby or Monenam. They are playing for the treble. Omubo for the FA Cup. Omubo for the league and Omubo for the Champions League. Then no about the team on the bebo in the shape of FC Bayern Munich. They are playing for the DFB Pokal. One word they are not film against Freiburg into Akomeah out. So full concentration remains on the league, then the UEFA Champions League when it comes to this particular stint in terms of this is in the level of competition or mobile. So at this rate, it's either you sacrifice one particular tournament for the other, and answer Abu Dhabi, Ube making sure say, enough squad depth, not necessarily in terms of quantity. Enough squad depth, not necessarily in terms of nipadodo a what team nim, but nipadodo more team nim almost sombo. I'm betting me a ball. I'm going to give you a episode Dibiano. Who bet me a balance in the Omacacobo. And key one Beshasi between the team of Benfica and the team of Inter Milan. Benfica no more lead team of FC Porto in the league by 10 solid points. It is last weekend, Como share FC Porto, Como be a league by 13 points. It is playing the UEFA Champions League at this stage in the KBA Kebeti more pressure so kakra. I'm more relaxed, getting into the Champions League games and make sure some many results. But now Porto wins against them in a derby Omotifi Omalusu. After 17 games from Ababe Lusu that particular encounter, because the only game Omalusu this season was against Braga. And Ombe Lusu to team FC Porto. It comes back to hunt them say, it Obe fighting for the league title since 2019 unwinibidano. And now say Obe pre for the UEFA Champions League Abu Dhabi. And also the last time I won final was 1990. So will you go for the trophy or go for the final? But our team Kuta Benfica is here now. Team Obetima how much year pa in the league no. FC Porto. Sporting Lisbon Etiba. It is that particular kind of pressure now about 7 points in Abu Dhabi. Obetima managing one way or the other. But the biggest pressure will come in where they will have to pass through and make sure so make remove into the final of the Champions League since 1990. Bemaro if say in 68 Omubo final. In 68 no Omubo final. That was the only time Omu share Juventus. Juventus fee. This time around, Akwa be trying to win a group stage Omuko PM no. Since 68 Ombe share Juventus fee. Or pathway no Monam so for the Champions League final na. Inter Milan ni form sa. AC Milan so share ni form sa. Napoli any team ba kwa ehu so akwakobo etia na betim ni na yede. Akwakopre. And no crane drew one they feel say in terms of Champions League pedigree. Omo Benfica no, they have history behind them. So when it comes to the UEFA Champions League, Omo are one of those clubs on Majibida. Upon numerous finals on betimi agi tournament no, and betima qualify to the final at the expense of such teams at the SO Monaso. The journey is going to start, especially from Portugal. Now, I heard two teams in the Omotun Senenia. Abu Dhabi, the biggest strength of this particular Inter Milan team have not been their attack. And yet the number of goals on Moshe Dodona, but their defensive shape, and here we're making sure that they'll play so well under Simone Inzaghi when it comes to cup games. Oko Italia, Simone Inzaghi, the nickname of the friend a cup specialist. Especially because so timidly Lazio edged the Coppa Italia in 2018-2019. Omoje the Supercoppa d'Italiano. That particular tournament, Omoje back in 2017, Sabeje in 2019. And Obe PMO team friend Inter Milan, or the Omaje Coppa Italia. In 2021, Sadio Amaji in 2022. And was added the same Inter Milan, added the Supercoppa d'Italiano, and also in 2021, as Sadio Amaji the 2022. So, Omo GDB said, or one particular coach, and when it comes to home and away games, or one of the coaches or quite specialized, Kakaso Betima Pekwambi, so you were free, one way or the other, either by any foul means. Now we hear Porto game we na Porto Penia or no a Pinto eba Bontebeka say omo expect say Benfica be call revenge dem because omo deserve say now some come qualify ana Inter Milan ebo mu fie be qualify sa abrofo no de court that one bobo. They came to do their job. They defended so well. And omo de Matteo Damiano, Francesco Akebi mo, and Bastoni mu na be ye adwuma no. E was stadio di Dragao di nya that particular resource. And I heard my friend Benfica go to this particular game. My teams on match most goals in this tournament no. Omo can be. It's attack versus defense. The quality of their setup has always been around key players. So I'm probable lineup on betting media di Juma and then they pan Abu Dhabi. Somebody to screen you so boy. Key players, minimum some goalkeeper, they have a very big issue with him when it comes to all one within the feet.
Yes.
SOMPA Sports.
Vlaco Dimos, Odysseus. Now Abu Dhabi, on the ball now, a very good shot stopper. But Alejandro Grimado, Antonio Silva, Lucas Verissimo, Gilberto, no Chiquino, only Florentino Luis. Then Ubabenya Osnes, that particular side, Joao Mauro, Rafa Silva, Waja national team, number one Casal player. Then Ubabenya Gonzalo Ramos. Within this particular lineup, a GD will team name because last season na no more under a caretaker manager in Verissimo.
Yes.
No ankasa no mujitu wan say GD ni himba under Roger Smith. Hwespan na o ma build no. Grimado, Florentino Luis, Antonio Silva, Rafa Silva, and Joao Mario. In this particular typical 4-4-2 formation of Abu Dhabi, those two wingers play as auxiliary number 10s. Have specialized winger in the shape of a number 11, then Obo as a playmaker in the number 10 in a free role, the same way as Osnes, Sanomoye. But and now Upo Bia Cohen in this game, Pombetime decided this game. In Tamla, me say Hakan Chanoglu, big issue. Because Medika said the system of Inter Milan revolves around a player like him because of the deep line playmaking, a roller Obo in that particular setup. Barella aggressive enough. They will love to go with long balls through goalkeeper friend Andrew Onana, switch the balls to the wing backs on Betimabo Momode. But and the Pennicore Florentino Luis, Abu Dhabi in the Champions League, Abrantiano average 3.1 tackle success rate per every single 90 minutes, or average interception rate 3.3. More than top defensive midfielders in this particular tournament. And we're fitting in so well. The only problem team Freno Benfica Enya and why not fit into the shoes of team Abrante Freno Enzo Fernandez. Chiquino by ultimate fete. It's a goal scorer in any line breaking passes in involving around Joao Mario, who has been a key component in this particular A team, making sure that Benfica betima for Montuma Padiefra. It's Inter Milan will need to make sure somebody stop the supplies of Joao Mario. They will need to make sure somebody stop the runs in behind their defensive lines by Rafa Silva. But in context, in the midfield battle, they will need to find a way to defeat Abrante Florentino Luis. A one assembly because of how aggressive any the OCT here, any the kind of record that Ekutan in this particular UEFA Champions League. Strong Inter Milan team, Abu Dhabi, I feel Benfica bet me winning this particular game, but not more than 2 goals.
The baby who is ever Kobe say.
Be 2-0 and now 2-1. Yes. That same thing bet me as you a game back goals in Shadam Pimune.
It's a game no.
Yes.
Oh, that Bayern Man City there where the goals be basa.
Abu no. Why Thomas Tuchel Dia or one of the conservative coaches Kaka say do time on big games are.
Oh, okay.
And when you say or a return encounter to play, Germany against Bayern Munich into all out to make sure so finishing this particular first leg. Or very relaxed to get a very respectable scoreline. Ebia, why shall no cry Ebia 2-1? And I see Tiasha no cry Ebia 2-0, be no matter over 10. But me who say game where say Ankasabe produce more than bare 3 goals. Me he Guardiola the new setup pro there about 3-2-4-1. Abu. That particular kind of formation now Guardiola had say all bono. Yet say Guardiola always love to play with a single pivot. But what stadium when you say teams ne targeting Rodri bebre. City Genya game biana teams from person Mushe City they love to press Abrante and Rodri. It will provide a backup for Rodri. More pressing now John Stones beba. John Stones is one of the defensive and a ball playing centre backs in the league. Free Everton. Good player. Yenyina 2 years so good now. Line breaking passes John Stones will give it to you. It is a more dynamo pressing Rodri. Then there is a John Stones. I will be making sure so bet me a 3-3. Then Abrante friend Grealish mo, any Mahrez mo, eba more the water we here. But in this case, you know, coach your friend Thomas Tuchel will laugh so bet me breaking the passes na bet me about Rodri on no break and that's John Stones no fan. Me kind one particular DFB Pokal final between Dortmund and Bayern Munich. Na Philipp Lahm ne ball Pep Guardiola number 6. Omo try some make the supplies to Philipp Lahm. What Guardiola did near so Obama Boston Schweinsteiger. I drop it deep. So anytime you press Philipp Lahm, there's a Schweinsteiger who roams in between the center circle as a central midfielder. I'll bet my boss a DM2 or jump on a line breaking pass. Pa neko. And Yamusa Tuchel have always found a way to make sure so bet my stop Guardiola from the midfield dominating games. They have good players in the shape of Leon Goretzka and Joshua Kimmich. Metima catch us about player for player. Kabay Munich Metima Manchester City players ni player for player. 1:1. But it's about the system and the positional play. Positional play, you can't, it's not about system. You can't say positional player, it's about how I would dream for football. You demibo two. Two na you demibono. Me run is saying. Two na me bono. I was a mijina for I was a trust center line. And I two na me bono. Most of the time, he fan I was a mijina. He fan I was a me operative for. So how you think smarter in such instances, you know, make you an excellent positional player as you do jina game between. That is how Pep Guardiola making the players. So in a 4-2-3-1 formation of Thomas Tuchel and Neno, Obe make sure so be sit back, make sure so be crowded with the midfield, then rely on the pace of players which say Leroy Sani and Abrante Fede Serge Gnabry or more or less Sadio Mane to run in behind the defensive lines of a team Manchester City just to get the Abu, this is particular results I'll bet me home or away under 3.5. Home or away under 3.5. A 50-50 chance for both teams. Tuchel bet mark of win because there are records there. Abu Dhabi. Manchester City a good record at Etihad. The last 3 games they've won 2. But Abu Dhabi, Bayern Munich also comes to England with an enviable record. So in the last 10 away games to England, they lose 2 pay. So home or away under 3.5. There's not going to be more goals in this game because of how Papa, my friend Thomas Tuchel will set up. Guardiola will also laugh say, "Obey game the first leg go on him. They bet me see. Bayern Munich."
Mate,